Yes, well, Italy's second interim prime minister over the last few months, former IMF and pro-austerity economist Carlo Contarelli, has been tasked, of course, by the Italian President Sergio Mattarelli to form a technocratic government for the country to try to bring some stability back to politics here as well as to the economy. And while Contarelli has not yet announced any of his potential cabinet, the Five Star Movement, the anti-establishment and the far-right League Party here in Italy have announced already that they would not give the Contarelli technocratic government their vote of confidence, which could really pose a lot of problems and further political chaos down the line after the Five Star Movement and the League alliance collapsed following the president's rejection of their choice of finance minister earlier this week. It did look like fresh polls were sort of the only way out of this political situation here in Italy. But we are now hearing some talk that both the Five Star Movement and the League are working to put that coalition back on track by trying to find another suggestion for finance minister. The original finance minister, Paolo Savona, was rejected by the president because of his Eurosceptic position, and the president felt that this was sort of a risk to the stability here in Italy. Both the Five Star Movement and the League have, had a lot of anti-EU sentiment and rhetoric, so that is of great concern to the president, who, of course, is very pro the European Union and the Eurozone. Both parties, though, however, the Five Star Movement and the League are also very eager to get back to the polls and get voters back in the voting box to capitalize on what they see as growing momentum here in Italy over the last 3 months, and as well, yes, of course, to bring some stability back to the markets.
I want to say two things. The will remains to hold a vote as soon as possible. We remain willing to collaborate with the President of the Republic to find a solution for the crisis that was not created by us. I also want to say that if the markets are afraid that Italy will exit the euro, it's because someone spread that rumour. We never wanted that.
In the interim, the three sort of likely scenarios that could come about in the next 24, 48 hours is that the Five Star Movement and the League quietly accept Contarelli's cabinet. Although, that being said, analysts say Contarelli would definitely have to make some appeasements in his cabinet choices to both those parties. As well, too, the alliance of the Five Star Movement and the League could resubmit a suggestion for a new finance minister, in which one that's more likely for the to get the president's approval. The president did agree on all other ministers except for the Eurosceptic finance minister suggested by that alliance. And lastly, it would be that the Five Star Movement and the League give no vote of confidence to Contarelli's government, and thereby Italy goes without a government until fresh elections are called, which are likely to take place in September. Natalie Carney for CGTN in the capital of Italy, Rome.